Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sneha Joshi and I'm a beginner. Well, let me start this talk with one question. I want to ask each one of you one question. Why are we so scared of being new at something? As if being bad at something means being bad forever. I mean, there's a concept that if I don't know this, then I'm staying out of this. That's a completely false narrative. I mean, every expert was once a beginner and a ugly, messy, and clumsy beginner. There's always a starting point to reach an end point, or later on, even the middle, or if we want just something. There's nothing without a start. We just have to be rebellious and start. There are billions of knowledges in this world. There are billions of people in this world, billions experiences. And if we limit ourselves to a certain experience and certain knowledge, then that would be a really, really, really sad life. I'm not demeaning anybody, I'm not saying anything bad, or I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but the concept of this talk is that we want to sing beautifully, dance gracefully, speak confidently, create perfect video, but we don't want to uh, sound shaky, fumble through our first steps, make mistakes, get embarrassed, or look like we don't know what we are doing. I mean, the messier the beginning, the more graceful the ending is. We always have to start, people. Why are we so scared that even in the our close friends or our close relatives or our family, they say that you don't know this, so stay out of it. Just be at the safer side. Do not take any risk. That's a completely false narrative in everybody and anybody. And you know the issue, what the issue is right now, like whoever we see online or try to mentor ourselves from, they are either close to the ending point or they are at the end of their messy journey, which they have started maybe months or years or decades ago. And we come across experts, after the decades of their messy, fumbling here and there, clumsy journey. And especially, nobody knew or wanted to know them when they were the beginners, right? But they did come across that journey and they are somewhere. But the thing is, we all are scared of that start, that maybe somebody will judge me. Or what if nobody actually looks at me or looks at my journey or claps at my journey at the very beginning? And let me break that news for you. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody is going to do that. Even your closed ones will get fatigued or tired by clapping again and again for you. I mean, that's what we all are afraid of, but the experts are now experts because they did cross that phase, or they did believe in themselves. Just to allow yourself to be a beginner, we don't need anything. We just need that self confidence. We just need that belief that I am going to get across this bridge. Not being seen through the first progress, or like if even being seen, what if I embarrass myself? That has been mine journey also. Actually, I have also thought many times, like, okay, I'm starting something, but what if I embarrass myself? But now I'm at that stage that I'm like, F it. I am going to embarrass myself because at the beginning, nobody is going to be an expert. No, if somebody wants to be great at something, you need, I need to be willing to embarrass ourselves in public. in order to, grow and reach somewhere in public, because the grind in silence is not just enough. That's not just the journey. We got to show up in the world. Or maybe for example, maybe you've practiced for a year or two to speak publicly. Then what, you are going to invite 100 people in your room and talk? No, you have to go out there. First, you've practiced for so long, maybe your vocabulary, maybe your just the language, your confidence, the hand movements. You have to eventually go out there and talk in front of maybe the first 10 people, then 20, then 100, then 200. That's how it gets started. The those who are those who are comfortable to embarrass themselves are the ones that will grow tremendously in these arenas of their life. I mean, be comfortable to embarrass yourself or not being noticed at all. Nobody cares. Everybody cares about expert, also for some amount of time. I mean, like, yeah, I do like that person, but do we actually deeply care about them like we care about our family? No, obviously not. We just look them as an idol and sort. Okay, I'm not talking about the Ronaldo, Messi fans. Guys, don't come after me. And especially, um, so there's one thing that actually sabotages us from allowing ourselves to be a beginner, and the point that I'm going to say now is actually something that takes the taste out of our life, and that is comparing your life with someone else, comparing our life with someone else. That ruins not just your beginning, but the middle and the end too. It snatches all the possible happiness we can feel in our veins and soul, because there is always someone doing better at something, at some areas of their life we don't even know about. Everybody has a uniqueness. Comparing our life with someone else's is a really the highest form of self-sabotaging. we I don't think there's anything worse in this world than comparing ourselves. Also, even though we do fall prey to it, but the thing is, no matter how much we say, how much we try to say that let's stop comparing our life with someone else's. I mean, they have different things to do. I have different things to do. In I think any bad or negative emotions that exist in this world, it all comes down to the foundation, and that the foundation is comparison is the reason for all the negative emotions that we have. I mean, look at it, like anger, jealousy, envious. uh what are the other negative emotions? The guilt. And there are a lot of emotions, actually. It all comes from uh, comparing ourselves. I mean, and you know what we say, that don't look at someone who's achieved so much, just look at someone who hasn't achieved so much in their life, and just someone who's below you. And I think, people, there's always two sides of a coin. If we compare ourselves to someone who hasn't done much as how much we have done, then we are automatically going to compare ourselves with someone who has done so much, because there's always two sides of a coin. When we get a coin, when we grab a coin, we don't just get the one side, there's always two sides. So be aware of that. Okay? Also, being a beginner is not just in your professional or work or statistics filled life. Allow yourself to start to be happy or being satisfied. I mean, we don't even reflect within ourselves how we feel, how we have to see life. Whenever we say start new thing or this and that, everybody automatically thinks about the work life, academic life. I have to reach there. I have to be there in the 5 years, 10 years. Okay, be there, but be here at the moment. Firstly, and allow yourself to feel. You know that if the comparing yourself with someone is the greatest, the uh, taste snatcher of life, then feeling yourself, being with yourself, allowing yourself to be satisfied, to be happy when there's not even any reason, that is, I think, the greatest gift you can give to yourself. I was listening to a podcast by Chris Williamson, actually, Chris Williamson and Alex Hamazi. I love those people. And they were discussing in one of their recent podcasts that if you can be sad for no reason, then you can be happy for no reason too. Allow yourself to do that. Explore different stuff. Next point is that people are ashamed to start. If you are a 30-year-old, 40 or 50-year-old, or even 20-year-old who has achieved something great in their life, for example, maybe just in a good academic success, a financial success, freedom, or build a large company, or build something, which is a really great deal in the world, and you feel ashamed that I am this. Okay, I'm this. Now I cannot start from zero. I mean, I like playing, I would love to learn to play piano, but I don't want to start. What if people catch me that I am a CEO of a company and I am making those harsh, those crusty sound on piano? Just start, man. Nobody cares. Actually, nobody cares. Whoever you are. I mean, my personal experience. The first video, I I legit said myself that allow myself to be I have to allow myself to be a beginner, because if I'm not a beginner and I start caring about a lot of stuff like what would people say, what would be what's my lighting, this and that, then I would never have started. I was just like, let me just be a beginner. And it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect. Neither my first video was, nor this fourth video. It's not perfect. I'm still fumbling with my words. I'm still within this thought like, what am I even talking? Sometimes I know I'm talking good, but it's mine. I know it's not perfect, but it's mine. And damn sure, I am moving towards something that I cannot predict or even think about right now. I mean, I do have that confidence that I will have good, maybe speaking skills. I was afraid to start as well, but I did start, and I'm even I'm actually in every stages of their life. There's something we have to start from zero. I'm afraid to start as well some study related stuffs. I'm like, there are so many things to study. What do I do? I don't know anything. I have to start from zero. But recently my friend, one of my friend, she said, Sneha, just break down the stuffs and just start. Maybe just start with 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, 5 minutes. Just start. Then you will get it there. Just start. You don't need to be fearless, like rebellious or confident or great at the first go. It's just about showing up scared, messy, unpolished, but still showing up. It's about starting to be great. It's not starting great. It's about starting to be great. And it's okay if you don't feel confident or good or fearless. Just be proud that you showed up. Because I'm proud that I've showed up in my this videos. I mean, I this fourth video, there was a long gap. Okay, my third video I posted I think 2 weeks ago, and it happens. but it should not happen. You need to be consistent. I need to be consistent. But I'm just proud that I showed up. And even the study related stuff, I'm proud that I'm showing up. I'm not perfect. And I have a long way to be a perfection for the perfection, but who cares? I'm showing up and I'm proud of myself. I'm the audience. I'm clapping for myself. That's what it needs. So, as I started my conversation with a question, at the end as well, I want to end this conversation with one question, and that is, would you give yourself a permission to suck a little just to grow? I think the answer is yes, obviously. And if not, then work towards it. Allow yourself to be embarrassed. Allow yourself to be laughed at. Allow yourself to be a beginner. Give yourself the grace to be a beginner and see the magic, people. And that's the end of the talk. Thank you very much. Allow yourself to be a beginner.